Aloha, happy explorers! My name is Amy and this is Freely Inspired, your inspiration station for getting outside to adventure with the people that you love. Our family has lived on Oahu for 3 years and we have blazed trails all over this island with a little in tow. And so this is my top 10 list of best hikes for little kids on Oahu. Coming in at number 10 is a trail that is really popular, Diamond Head. I know, you're thinking, that trail's like super crowded, but I'm telling you, once you get past that, it's actually really fun for the whole family, which is why I really love this trail. It's 0.8 miles from the trailhead to the summit, making it just about a 1.5 mile round trip, perfect for little kids. The trail is paved for much of the way and includes railings along the edges, making it safer for everyone because, quite frankly, this is a pretty steep trek. I would definitely classify this trail as a moderate one. Even though it's not very long, it's super steep. At the very top, there are stairs, like lots of stairs. I mean, your legs are definitely going to get a workout, but the stairs pay off because the view at the top is, what? Unreal. There's also like this old bunker up there that you can explore. It's pretty cool. And did I mention that the views are really good? Quick note though, you should probably check their webpage if you're going to go to Diamond Head because I believe the reservations are required for non-locals. If you're interested in a preview of what to expect when visiting Diamond Head, check out this video because we've done all the legwork for you. Coming in at number 9 is one of my favorite places to go on the island, Waimea Valley. This North Shore hike is super popular, but it's also really great for little kids. I absolutely love this 1.9 out and back trail for families with littles because it's stroller accessible the entire way. The paved path takes you through lush botanical gardens where you have the option to meander off to side trails. Eventually, they all lead you to the falls itself where you are allowed to swim as long as you wear one of their provided life jackets. There are also lifeguards monitoring the swimming hole, making sure you follow all of the rules and stay into the safer parts of the falls. Waimea Valley is a must-see for families with little kids, but all visitors are required to pay a fee, but discounts are offered for military and people who live in Hawaii. There are also really affordable rates for a family pass, making that the best option if you happen to live on Oahu. If you want a preview of what it's like to visit Waimea Valley, check out this video. Coming in at number 8, Manoa Falls. This 1.7 mile out and back hike is also super popular on Oahu. It's also great for little kids. The trail itself is maintained, which I really like. There are graveled spaces, there are reinforced stairs. All that stuff's important when you're adventuring with little kids. At the base of Manoa Falls, there's like this little lookout area where you can see a great view of the falls. And if you venture beyond that, which you're not supposed to do, couple extra points I want to make about Manoa Falls. There's a small fee to park in the parking lot, which is just at the trailhead. And if you're lucky, there might be some food trucks waiting for you when you get back down. It's a perfect opportunity to try a Hawaiian shave ice or like a hot dog or something. If you want to know a little bit more about Manoa Falls, check out this video where we did the hike for you. Coming in at number 7 is a lesser known hike, Kelekole. This is an awesome hike for kids because it's safe, it's short, there's a credible payoff of a view at the end. The whole trail is only about a half mile to a scenic mountain overlook of central Oahu, and from this overlook you have the option to continue along the trail for some added exercise, or you can turn around and head back to the car. Unfortunately, this hike comes with a big caveat. It's located on an army installation, Schofield Barracks. So if you want to hike Kelekole, you have to have base access. If you're visiting, make sure you check the Army's website because the trail closes seasonally based on chances of wildfire, and it also closes if there's any scheduled base training. For a sneak peek at Kelekole, check out this video. Coming in at number 6 is another really popular hike, Makapu'u Lighthouse. Makapu'u Lighthouse Trail is way popular because it's so incredibly accessible. The entire 2-mile round-trip hike on Oahu's east side is paved, except for the last set of stairs at the top that leads to an overlook, making it perfect for families with strollers. The views here are incredible nearly the entire way, with some points offering 180 views of Oahu's southeastern coastline. Unfortunately, you can't actually go inside the 100-year-old lighthouse at the end. But on a clear day, you can see the islands of Molokai and Lanai. Also, the offshore islets just beyond Oahu are wildlife sanctuaries for a variety of Hawaiian seabirds. Word to the wise, there is no shelter or running water on this entire trip, or bathrooms for that matter. So make sure that you have plenty of water and that you wear sunscreen. For the brave of you at heart, there are actually tide pools that can be accessed at the point along the trail, but be careful because this involves scaling the mountain down a steep decline. But if you can manage to get there, the pools are oh so refreshing. For a preview of this must-see Oahu hike, check out this video. Okay, we're halfway, and I'm just getting warmed up here. The number 5 best hike on Oahu for little kids is Lanikai Pillbox. This might just be my number 1 favorite hike on Oahu. I made it number 5 solely because of the difficulty. The 1.7 mile out and back trail is not super long, but it is incredibly steep in some places. But the views along this trail are absolutely breathtaking. You don't even need to wait to get to the top for views because it's basically beautiful nearly the entire way up and down. There are actually 2 pillboxes at the top that kids of all ages will love, but be careful because there are no rails, and frankly, that just makes mama a little nervous. You know what I'm saying? Though the trail is pretty low-key, it can still get a little crowded because it's pretty popular. One thing I must mention is that the trail is located in Lanikai, and sometimes the parking situation can get a bit wonky. If the streets are closed when you visit, you'll need to park in Kailua and then walk to Lanikai. It's really not that far, but it will definitely add to your journey, so be sure to bring plenty of water. To see a preview of what it's like to hike Lanikai Pillbox, check out this video where we did all the legwork for you. Now we're getting into some really good stuff. Coming in at number 4, Old Pali Highway. It literally feels like you're walking through some dinosaur movie or some post-apocalyptic world. The original road that made its way up and over the Windward Mountains was closed to cars in the mid-20th century, and now it's used by hikers. Though you'll likely encounter other hikers on your journey, there are no crowds. You may even feel like you have the whole place to yourself. Another note worth mentioning is that you have the option of parking at the golf course for a small fee, which is nice because it puts you at the base of the trail. From here, you can walk through a little trail that spits you out directly into Old Pali Road. Follow that road and its apocalyptic scenery upwards under the overpass, up the ladder, and around to Old Pali Lookout for an incredible view of the Windward Mountains. For a sneak peek of this trail, check out this video. Coming in at number 3 is Waimano Upper and Lower Trails. I have one word for you: tunnels. This is such an awesome trail for kids. Waimano Upper and Lower Trails is a 2.5 mile loop trail near Pearl City that is relatively easy hike and oh so fun for littles. From the get-go, you have the option of deciding whether you want to start left with the lower trail or go right for the upper trail, but either way, you'll loop back around and end up where you started. By far, the best part of this hike for kids is the set of 2 tunnels on the upper trail. These were once used by sugarcane farmers for irrigation. Those tunnels are no joke dark, so a flashlight is highly recommended. And parents, be sure to watch your head. At 3 years old, our girl walked through no problem, but taller kids may need to duck down. The trail is fairly shaded, but it can get muddy and buggy along the lower trail, so be sure to bring bug spray. For a preview of Waimano Upper and Lower Trails, check out this video! Are you ready for this next one? Because it is like the best hike. Coming in at number 2 is Likeke Falls. This trail is awesome. It's a less than a mile out and back trail near Kaneohe that's just absolutely perfect for little kids. It's shaded, beautifully lush and green with all these amazing plants, and it's just challenging enough for little kids that they might have to climb up and over roots and the occasional tree. The trailhead for Likeke Falls is very close to Old Pali Highway, so here you can actually pay the small fee to park in the golf course parking lot, and from here you to take the paved trail that leads upwards. When you get to the water tower, you will need to hang left up the trail to Likeke Falls. Important note is to turn right when you reach the fallen tree. There's an arrow on the tree that will help to guide the way. When you get to the falls, you don't have to worry because the water is super shallow, and so it's easy for kids to take their shoes off and just wait around. Full disclosure, it can get a little muggy and very buggy, so make sure that you bring hiking shoes and bug spray. I have legit seen people wearing flip-flops on this, and I don't know how they can do that. Their shoe will get stuck in the mud. For a sneak peek at Likeke Falls, check out this video. We have reached the end of this video, and it is now time for my number 1 pick for the best trail on Oahu for little kids. Drumroll please. The number 1 best trail for little kids on Oahu is, by far, Judd Trail. When I first hiked Judd Trail with my daughter, I was like, thank you to the angels because this trail is perfect for little kids. It's a 1 mile loop trail in Honolulu that I would say is easy enough for adults, but just challenging enough for little kids. I love all the fun routes to step over and the beautiful tropical foliage you encounter along the way. Before the trail even starts, there is so much to do and see because this trail meanders alongside a river. The first thing that you have to do is jump over these rocks. No worries because the water is super shallow, so if you had to, you could just wade across, and I've done that before, but I would recommend doing it at the end when you don't have to walk in wet shoes the whole way. Once you cross the river, you get to decide whether to go left or right. Either way, you'll loop back around to where you started. One of the things I love about this trail is that there are so many different components, from jumping rocks to scaling tree roots and even swimming if you're so inclined. There is a swimming hole. It is not a secret, but it is not marked. Or you can stay dry and follow the path upwards to higher elevation. Up here, it's totally different scenery in a pine forest. It's higher and drier, so it's also our family's favorite spot to throw down a blanket and just enjoy a picnic lunch. I mean, I just can't say enough good things about this trail. Full disclosure, I would say that the only drawback to this trail is the parking. I have noticed a lot of broken glass along the road where you park for this trail, which leads me to believe that there's some break-ins. I've personally never had a problem, but I would just be careful about making sure that none of your belongings are visible through windows. For a sneak peek of what it's like to hike Judd Trail, check out this video where we did all the legwork for you. Yeah, we had a lot of fun doing all that. One last thing I will mention is that if you are on Oahu and you are hiking, you should download the All Trails app. Just the basic service will give you so much information about the trails in the area, including a trail map that I always use when I hike a new trail. And that's it, folks. We have come to the very end. Let me know what you think about my top picks for the best trails for kids in Oahu in the comments below. Until next time, guys, remember to live free and stay inspired.